hold on, ma'am. Now look here, you snag mouth. I'm on the phone with the dentist trying to get you some teeth so you can eat some solid food. Keep on, you lizard.
Good morning, Slop Nation. This is Slop Chop, a new comedy podcast about the happenings of the internet. My name is Harvey, and this is your one-stop shop for slop. So many incredible, illustrious topics to discuss this week. So many topics. But if you or a loved one you know does not care for one of these here topics, slopics, my brother always wants me to say slopics. We have so many incredible slopics to discuss. And if you do not care about one of them, feel free to skip it. There are always time codes in the description of the episode on whatever listening platform you choose. Does anyone notice that the audio is better this episode? Did anyone notice that it was bad last episode? Does anyone actually listen to this podcast? Or am I shouting? I know I'm shouting into the void, but is there anyone listening? Who's to say? The numbers are there. I don't know. They exist. They are in fact numbers. Who gives a shit about this behind the scenes BS, brother? We have so much to discuss this week. What a fun week for Slop. I am implementing OBS for the first time. And if you're watching the video, you'll notice that there's a second camera, a much shittier webcam that I'll occasionally switch to because it's fun. And also, with this capability, with the incredible capability of OBS, I'll be able to broadcast things that I'm reading and watching from the internet directly to your ears and not have to put it together in post. So it'll save time and save me a headache. And with that said, our first slopic of the evening. Choose a lane. Is it the fucking morning or the nighttime? It's anytime, bro. It's a podcast. You can listen to this anytime. I like to think that you wake up and you start your day with Slop Chop. There is talk amongst the sloppers, meaning literally just me. I'm curious your thoughts on this, and we'll get into the slopics here very shortly. But in a little bit more house cleaning. I think I'd like to do the show on Tuesday mornings instead of Wednesdays. And it's just purely aesthetic. It just makes sense to me. Earlier in the week makes sense to me. Wednesday doesn't really. Honestly, like the thing that would make the most sense is a Monday or a Friday. Like Monday, you listen to the last week's slop, and you got something to talk about at the water cooler. You know, or Friday would be like the wrap up of the week's news. But I don't want to do either of those because they're so heavily crowded. Monday's like the heaviest podcast drop day period because it's the most traction. Friday is the least traction in terms of viewership. So I don't want to do none of those, but I'm thinking Tuesdays. Because Wednesday doesn't really make much sense, in my opinion. It's in the middle of the week. You're like, what are we doing? Why would, what does that have to do with anything? Wednesday it doesn't strike me as, but here's the problem. Here's the issue. If I want to do Tuesday, that means I'm going to have to record a day earlier and edit a day earlier and post it a day earlier, which requires work and forward thinking instead of rolling out of bed on, I'm going to out myself as a fucking unemployed. Listen, I'm not fully unemployed. All right. I have a handful of part-time jobs. I'm working on nailing down a full-time situation at the moment. But I roll out of bed Monday morning and record the podcast. That's what I do. But I could just do that Sunday and then edit on Sunday night and Monday and then have it ready for a Tuesday morning post. Perhaps that will happen next week. Perhaps. Enough of this nonsense. Who gives a crap? Perhaps it'll be on Tuesday, though. Let me know your thoughts. If you're an avid Slop Chop enjoyer, I very much appreciate you if that's the case. But let me know. Would you prefer a Tuesday? If you say no, by the way, I will simply ignore your suggestion because I think Tuesday would be better. So agree with me. Blindly agree with your leader. That is what I want. I want unquestioning, unwavering support from the Slop Nation. I want to be seen as a sort of god-like figure who can do no wrong. That is what I expect of you. And I demand it. I expect is too light a word. That is what I demand of you, sloppers. Happy Pride Month to the gays. This will be the third episode of Pride. I don't think I did shit about Pride last week, but you know what? It's a long time, a whole month, bro. Come on with that. You can only suck so many cocks. You know what I'm saying? All right, on to the slop. On to slopic number 1. The leading story of today. I don't know what this episode is going to be titled, but this is the funniest thing that has happened this week to me. The Doja Cat gay guy t-shirt situation. Have you guys heard about this? It is so funny. So, all right, here is a breakdown from the lovely Beyonce Garden on X.com, the Everything app. And we are, in fact, recording... Uh-oh. We can't see shit. All right, bear with me. Hey, Pride, bear, gay. All right, is that something? Fuck me in the dick. All right, that's fine. Okay, we're in business. Okay, so this random fan meets Doja Cat outside of a concert, and I will just play the video in its entirety for you now because it's 30 seconds long.
I'm about to give my shirt to Doja Cat because she's the iconic girl.
Aww.
Period!
No, bitch, you deserve it. Literally, and if you ever want anything more, I got you, always.
That's so sweet.
I love you, Dad. Thank you so much.
Happy Pride Month!
Pablo.
Nice to meet you.
Wait, what's your real name? Or is it Doja? What's your real name?
Ami.
Ami, so nice to meet you, girl.
Nice
You're
to meet
beautiful.
you.
I hope you have the best night. You're literally everything in one. Thank you.
Period!
Okay, super cute, super fun. We're all enjoying. Okay, all right. So that was the entire thing. Don't worry. Yeah. So seems very innocuous. Seems very, normal. A normal fan interaction. Perhaps a little handsy. He gets a little overfamiliar, but she seems, for lack of a better term, with it. She seems down. She seems cool with it. She's returning his energy. She's smiling. She's laughing. When I first watched this, by the way, the more times whatever, this is like the third time I've seen it, but the more times I see it, the more I notice maybe her body language a little bit kind of questionable. But she's not giving any of that verbally. She's very much like, oh my God, thank you so much. Can I have your shirt? Wait, does she ask for his shirt? Or no? Okay, so she doesn't actually ask for the shirt. He gives her the shirt. It's very important information. This is slop. I mean, come on. We're breaking down a fucking celebrity interaction with a fan. I mean, this is news. This is very important, what we're discussing. So get with it, please. Okay. Couple days later, Doja Cat tweets, "I threw that musty ass shirt away, by the way." Amazing. Then she follows up, doubles down, and says, "Bottom line is, I'll smile at you, but it doesn't mean I fuck with you, and don't touch me and manhandle me when you don't even fucking know me. If you know, you know. I honestly think I need to stand up for myself in the moment sometimes. He didn't even know my fucking name to be touching me and kissing me on my face like that is crazy." Well, didn't even know your name. I guess he asked, "What's your real name?" Like, everyone knows you as Doja Cat. Do you think 90% of the people, your fans, know your real name? Would it have been okay if he knew your real name was, I don't know, a real name. See, I don't even know a real name. I like Doja Cat. If her name was Samantha, he's like, "Oh my God, Samantha, come here. I have a musty t-shirt for you." It's so funny that she's blowing up his spot on Twitter. Hilarious. So, I mean, again, she just strikes me as like, this just looks like a normal Hot Boys Kiss Boys is the very, very gay t-shirt that he's wearing. She goes, baby, oh my gosh. So there's a million times, and I don't want to be like a victim blamer here. There's 100 million different times during this interaction when she could have said, listen, I'm good. I'm all right. I don't need it. Perhaps don't grab me quite as intensely. Happy Pride Month. So, I mean, the tweets are so funny, hilarious. Like, to stew for a couple of days and then tweet this out like, this fucking bitch. This bitch gave me his nasty ass t-shirt. So here's the response. Okay, here's the response from gay guy, t-shirt guy. This is incredible. I hope you all enjoy.
Hi guys, I was just at a party and I got informed that Doja said some shit about me on Twitter.
Doja said some shit about me on Twitter. Couple things. It is still it's never not funny to me that no one calls it X. It's never not funny. It's always hilarious. But the fact that he was at a party and was informed. Did you know that Doja's tweeting about you? What? What? Hopefully nice things. No, it's not nice. You might want to open X.com, the everything app.
And I got informed that Doja said some shit about me on Twitter. I just want to clear this up because it hurts. Because I loved her. I watched her at Coachella. I've never claimed to be the biggest fan, but I really stand her and I think her work is amazing. I just think it's crazy because she's the one at this event that was being so nice. And she pointed out my shirt and I said, and I like that. And then when I went outside and she was outside, I was like, girl, you'd be the perfect girl for my Pride collection. And she said, what do you mean? What Pride collection? I said, oh, I released this t-shirt, blah, blah, blah. I'd love to give you one. She said, I want one right now. And I said, oh, I could give this one to you. She said, no way, you're not going to give this to me. And that's when the video started. And she was being so sweet and amazing. And I thought that's what it was. And now, guys, she's on Twitter saying she threw that musty shirt away.
Oh, man. I mean, it's a little fucked up, I guess, from Doja Cat. It's mostly just funny. She's on Twitter right now saying she threw that musty ass shirt away.
Guys, she's on Twitter saying she threw that musty shirt away. She's saying that I didn't know her name, that I manhandled her, all this stuff. I understand, guys, if I was being like too nice or whatever, I will take full accountability.
Here's the thing that people aren't going to say. Most outlets are not going to say out loud, but I'm comfortable saying this because I'm gay. I'm comfortable saying that gay people can be annoying. We can be handsy, touchy-feely, overly familiar. That's kind of our bread and butter. We get all up in there. Because the gays are non-threatening by nature to women most of the time. So therefore we can kind of press that a little bit. And perhaps, let's watch the body language. Let's go back. Enhance. Computer enhance. Mute this footage. Let's just watch purely the body language. All right. Look at this body language here. She's crossing her arms. She's like, I don't know. Okay, I guess I'll take your disgusting shirt. Oh, it's soaked in cum. Oh, it's a good thing it's white. Oh my God, I love you, Doja. Oh my God. Okay, but this does not strike me as, maybe this is just like trauma response, like just get through it sort of situation. But she can just have her bodyguard split this man in two, which he would appreciate. But not in that type of way, just kind of fucking destroy him. Why is she putting up with any of this shit? I mean, he is very touching her. He is grabbing her. He's grabbing her arms. This is like the fifth hug of the okay. Oh, whoa. This is something I didn't even notice before. Look at the leg. What are we doing? What are we doing with the leg? Doja, come on. You're sending mixed signals. All I'm saying is that the signals are mixed. Come on, dude. You don't have to do the fuck me leg. The fuck me leg is crazy for an interaction that you're not down with or not. Do you understand why he's getting the mixed signals, right? The fuck me leg, bro? Whoa! Anyway, okay, and then a smack on a little kiss on the cheek. Again, she's very hot and cold with the body language. This does not. She doesn't look super. She's like trying to get through it. Okay, I'll see you never again. I'm gonna talk shit about you on fucking Twitter. See you later. All right, back to his response. Oh wait, hold on.
Nice or whatever. I will take full accountability. I'm gay. I would never want to make her feel
By the way, we knew. You did not have to. We knew.
comfortable. She's so iconic. I have only been saying the nicest things about her. She's the sweetest celebrity. She made me feel so seen. She said, Ami, I thought she was nice. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is for publicity or for whatever, guys, but I would have.
It is for publicity. It's so it'll get covered on Slop Chop. That's why Doja is doing this. It's so she'll receive coverage from Slop
I would
HQ.
have never wanted to make her uncomfortable. I would have never even filmed if she didn't say yes, guys. That video that we filmed was after everything. And I don't want to be that guy that comes on emotional or whatever, but I feel like I'm always the butt of the joke.
Ooh. All right, we won't even go there. That's too easy. It's too easy. Come on, butt of the joke. Come on, bruh. Very poor choice of words. Fucking Joker in the Dark Knight ass.
The joke, like, why am I the punching bag, bro? Like, literally, like, nothing happened other than her liking my shirt. I offered it to give it to her. She doesn't have to keep it. She doesn't have to do whatever.
She didn't keep it.
But she was obviously down, like, and I understand she has to set her boundaries. She's a celebrity. I'm not. I will never understand that. So I value that and I appreciate it. And
You're getting your 15 minutes now, brother. This is like, I mean, this is the most publicity perhaps you'll ever have. I could see him transitioning. He could sell the shirt. He could sell that cum drenched shirt, the one that she hated for Pride. You could even do like a Doja Cat hated this, a little tag on it, open up Canva, put a little Doja Cat threw this away. I'm seeing a fruitful career, but what you need to do is hop on this quickly, because slop dries faster than any substance known to man. It's the quickest drying of all liquids, slop. It will be this will be an afterthought. I mean, it already is when I'm posting this episode, but I'm late to the party. But it's obviously still in the conversation if I'm talking about it. So after Wednesday at 7 a.m., that's when the slop will dry. Or after you listen to this, I should say. Whenever you decided to listen to this episode, immediately after this episode is over, that's when it's over. So he has like 48 hours at the most at time of recording to kick this into gear. Or is it possible we get a full 180 from Doja, who does like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was being a little bit of I can't be throwing that word around anymore. I have to believe it every time. Yeah. Being a little bit of, she's being homophobic. That's the angle. Oh my God, I was just being a little homophobic. I forgot how touchy-feely and annoying you guys are. I would love to collaborate with you. I will give you an official Doja Cat, like a smiling thumb up, seal of approval for your t-shirt. Rainbow flag background, Doja like, gays are okay with me. That's the angle. That's what you should do. Because how else are you going to save face? How else could her career possibly survive this barrage of cancellation? I actually just think it's really funny. All right, onward with this response.
Yeah, so I value that and I appreciate it and I get that. But for me, guys, I'm a normal ass person that's at a bar, meets Doja Cat. I just released my clothing drop for Pride, and I just offered to give her one, and she said, "Oh, I want one right now." So I had the size. I was like, "Here, take it." I apologize if I did anything wrong at all. But guys, I'm a human being too. And honestly, this just shows me, I guess, that maybe not everybody's who they show in person. I would have never said anything other than she's the sweetest girl ever. But I guess she went on a whole tweet rant about me. I never claimed to have it all laid out, to know what I'm doing. Like,
okay, hold on. This is probably beside the point, but there is a sort of a move in the response video. It's possible he walked out of his party and just filmed this right now. But I'm pretty sure, were I betting man, he knew exactly what she tweeted because he read it with his own eyeballs and screenshot it and send it to the group chat, and likely has it framed on his wall at the moment. I'm not even trying to be like a hater. What I'm saying is, like, if a celebrity tweeted some shit about you, don't you think you go seek it out? This is what I'm getting at is there's a lot of people who are like, some people have told me that so and so said this and that, and I'm like, you know exactly what she said. You went to her Twitter 8 seconds ago. It's your phone screen background.
I'm just at a bar, released a clothing drop. Doja was being very sweet to me. And also, guys, I know I didn't know her first name. I'm so sorry. I never claimed to be the biggest fan ever. I just respect her a lot for her work. I've listened to her music so many times. I met her 4.5 years ago at the VMAs, and I was, like, gagged. And I thought 4.5 years later,
Okay, so it just cuts off there. There might be a part 2 or something, but my journalistic integrity will not allow me to search further for this in this matter. I think that we have covered it. And yeah, okay. Look. He's doing it, man. Okay, look. He's doing it. He's doing the 15 minutes of fame. He's doing the hawk tuah. The hawk tuah. Hawk tuah? Oh my god, I can't believe I almost forgot about that. But listen, he's jumping on the trend, bro. This is what you gotta do. You gotta grab it by the balls. You gotta squeeze it for all it's worth. 48 hours. You gotta suckle it. Suckle the trend. Suckle the slop. Just bathe in the slop. For 48 good hours, you can make so much money. LOL, if I'm musty, why'd you say I smell good? Okay, dude. He's doing it, man. Oh, dude. Oh, no. Okay. I thought he was doing like an actual merch drop about it. Okay, he is. Look, he's killing it, man. This guy is a freaking executive level mind. This is exactly what you got to do. This is why Huac Tuah, whatever her fucking name is, I think it's Hawk Tuah. I can't believe I'm like second guessing this. It's one of our slopics today. Anyway, you can create a career from a moment of unprompted viral success like this. You have to be smart enough to jump on it. So many people let it fall by the wayside. And he will, they all fall off. None of those like famous for a day people are able to keep it together for long because they don't have the skill set. Hawk tuah? Why can I not think of the pronunciation? I think it's Hawk tuah. Hawk tuah. Spit on that thing. That bitch, that lady, that lovely woman, held it together for longer than most. But she's gone now. She's gone. But dude, like, this is what you got to do. Musty ass shirt, $28 US. Maybe he'll sell a couple of these. Good for him, man. Yeah, throw shade back. You know for a fact he did not throw this T-shirt away. Okay, for the audio listeners out there, he tweeted he bought the Doja Cat tour merch shirt. That was, I guarantee, like $58 for a fucking T-shirt. And he tweeted like, it was a Snapchat story, whatever. So I threw that musty shirt away, which I guarantee he did not. It is very expensive. Tour merch, very expensive. It's actually a problem because I can never. You have to wait in the line is always insane. The shirt is very cool, and I cherish them. But, I mean, they are really expensive. I wonder how much of the percentage artists take home, like, from the shirts, from the merch drops. Good question. Or is it like a comedy club thing where the venue gets a percentage of the merch? Who gives a shit? Yeah, but he didn't throw the fucking shirt away. Whatever. Come on, brother. But anyway, that is the Doja Cat Gay Guy Chronicle. What is your opinion? Was he out of pocket? Was Doja Cat. I can't think of another trendy ass. On one. Was Doja Cat on one? Was gay guy annoying? I mean, yes, but that's to be expected. All right, this right here is the image. Right, this she's like pushing away from him, and he's just fucking grabbing her. Come here, Doja. All right, anyway, that's all we got. What a fun walk down Slop Lane. This is the kind of stuff, like this celebrity bullshit gossip, that I am not typically. Well, I can't even say I'm not typically going to cover it. It made me laugh, so I'm going to cover it. I don't know what to tell you. I bookmarked this thread for this very purpose. Anyway, that's all I got with the Doja Cat thing. Any thoughts of yours? How are we feeling? Are we still rocking with Doja Cat? Do we give a shit about this at all? Is this too tabloidy? Is this too drama, gossipy, whatever? Do I give a fuck? I don't have integrity. I don't care. It made me laugh. And therefore, I'ma cover it. I'ma cover it. I'ma cover it. Okay. Onward. Okay. All right, I just want to oh, that was perfect. Unintentional. Tuah. 1 year anniversary. That was a year ago that video got posted. I mean, the career the the Tuah girl has had. Haley Welsh is her name. It has a fucking Wikipedia article. Really remarkable. But one of the craziest, like most interesting sort of rises to fame in ever. I mean, it's a blowjob joke. The whole thing is a blowjob joke, and she catapulted it into a very successful podcast and eventually a crypto scam, which doomed the Tuah name to shame. But I mean, like a rising and falling star all in 365 days. Pretty remarkable. I'm curious who got to this lovely lady when the video started blowing up, and was like, move to Los Angeles, get a publicist, get an agent. This is your moment. Seize the moment. Whoever that was smart, and it only failed because she has no talent. She's just a human who was walking on a bar district and got famous overnight for a stupid thing. I saw a lot of stuff that was like, or a lot of a handful of tweets when the 1 year anniversary thing rolled around that were like, she's definitely an industry plant. There's no way someone blows up like that all on her own. You telling me a talentless blonde woman? No, she's definitely not. She's just a person. And were she an industry plant, or were this a coordinated effort by the deep state or whatever bullshit people are saying, this sort of thing would happen all the time. And they would have chosen a much more marketable meme to blow up. It is not a particularly marketable thing to happen. You can't go on Jimmy Fallon and talk about your blowjob joke. Or did she? Did she do that? Did she do that? Okay. Oh my God. She sang with Zach Bryan in Nashville, and she threw the first pitch at a Mets game. Remarkable. She started the podcast, by the way, Talk Tuah. That is a genius name. Talk Tuah is really good. That's way better than Slop Chop. I'm not saying anyway, the name of the fucking thing is really good. There's a hilarious TikTok account called Talk Tuah, where they listen to the episode and then break down in depth the things discussed. there is like, the whole thing, 100% of the thing is ironic, right? There's no actual merit to any of it. There's no merit to her. She's not talented or impressive in any way. She made a mediocre joke that got really popular. And then, again, just the people around her, like vultures, were quick to jump on it and make her, I hesitate to say a superstar, to make her 15 minutes of fame stretch longer than it should have. But the whole talk to a thing, the whole meme, all of it was like, ironic. It was a product of an irony poisoned culture. And, similar to fucking like the Morbius thing, but this was actually profitable. And it's been a year. It's been a whole year. Man. What happened to this lady, by the way? What happened to Talk Tuah? I'm still subscribed on YouTube, and she hasn't posted a new video in quite some time. Talk Tuah. Holy shit, she posted 3 weeks ago. Is she posting? Oh my god, she's posting. Okay, look, she's posting again. Hey guys, it's finally time we talk about the meme coin disaster. Really funny. Yeah, 200,000 subscribers. The first ever episode Whitney Cummings was on. I watched about 3 minutes of that and said, okay, I get it. Okay. I mean, I'm struggling for things to talk about Talk Tuah or Hawk Tuah because she's kind of she's just an interesting sort of anomaly where she's one of those meme stars that rose above it and transitioned into something that could potentially create income and followers for the future, which is a podcast. Why don't the Costco guys do that? The Costco guys should pair up with the MD Foodie Boys and create a 6-person podcast all about food, and then specifically, even more narrowly, about the podcast, or excuse me, about the Costco food. And like, is the $1.50 hot dog drink combo better than the salty pretzel with cheese sauce? Let's talk about it for an hour and a half. Why doesn't that exist? What is so different about the Costco guys? Why did they fall off when fucking Talk Tuah, well, I guess Hawk Tuah, I guess she also fell off, but she lasted a hell of a lot longer. I think it's also just she just had people in her camp that did a lot of the right things, a lot of the right moves. The podcast was a stroke of genius, and a stroke of genius from a genius, Hawk Tuah. All right, so then she did a pump and dump scheme, meme coin, from which her career imploded. I have to imagine, by the way, that the same people who told her to get a podcast told her to get a meme coin. I'm assuming it happened from the same camp, and I'm assuming that both of those ideas did not come from her. They came from some slimy agent. A publicist. A publicist named Dick Suckington. Cock Lickle-Dick. Oh boy. That. You know what I'm trying to say, because she's the blowjob girl. Oh man. Fuck me. Oh my god. I don't got it anymore, bro. I'm slipping. I'm fucking. Oh man. It's just hard to talk about this lady without really feel like, I mean, this, I guess we discussed about the Doja Cat thing, but this just really feels, fuck me in the ass. Who gives a shit? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, but rest in peace to the Hawk Tuah girl. I guess allegedly she's posting again, so good for her. I'm so happy the Hawk Tuah girl basically faded into memory. Fuck you, Reddit. You fucking stupid Redditor. Oh, brother. God, Reddit is the worst. Reddit is just the worst. Can we talk about Reddit and how much it sucks ass? Sometimes I've been on this godforsaken website for 11 years. Or like 12 or whatever, 11 to 12 years. And I really enjoyed it for the first 6 or 7. And then the next couple after that, I was like, uh-oh. I'm seeing a lot of the same bullshit over and over and over. And I still open it from muscle memory and remember very quickly that it's horrible and it's a hellscape and it's the most embarrassing, awful content with the most embarrassing, awful people, and that Twitter is just so much better in every way. The only difference being that Reddit has the community aspect where Twitter doesn't have like sub-Twitters, sub-x.coms, the everything apps. So I'll still go to like, when there's a TV show that I'm interested in and I want to read what people are thinking about or talking about, I'll go to the discussion thread. That's pretty much the extent of my Reddit usage at the moment. I've heard it's good for sports too. I'm not a sports guy, but again, muscle memory. Sometimes I'll open the app and scroll through a couple of pages on my home screen, which is, by the way, that is like exactly my interests. All the things on my home screen allegedly should be totally suited to my tastes. And most of the time I audibly make a noise after 2 or 3 minutes. I go, ugh. I'll read something and just go, ugh, what the? And I'll catch myself. I'll be like, why am I on Reddit? What am I doing? There's so many better options. It's the worst, man. And Twitter is like a hate-fueled sort of parasitic nightmare world, but it's interesting. You get the fringes of society on there, and you have, all kinds of there's very little censorship. Very little censorship sometimes to the apps, sometimes to the disservice of the app, to the point where you get a lot of racist assholes and Nazis. But you can just the 3 dots in the top right, not interested in this post, are helpful with that. But I'm not interested in any of the Reddit posts. It is like 1 out of every 20 that I actually appreciate. Most of them are just awful. And if you still are a Redditor, if you're still in that golden period, if you're like, oh, well, I've, I really like Reddit. How long have you been using it? Because eventually you'll grow to hate it, as I have. If you got a brain in between those 2 shoulders of yours, you'll see the same posts over and over. The same, like, oh, fuck me. Just even today I learned you're not supposed to piss with the toilet seat down. You're supposed to open the toilet seat. I saw something a long time ago that was like a 4chan is smart people pretending to be stupid, and Reddit is the opposite. It's stupid people pretending to be smart. That is perfect. So true. And don't you want the smart guy pretending to be dumb? Isn't that the best type of person that's ever in the world? Isn't that the funniest thing that exists? I'm not saying that I am one of those people. I'm saying that I appreciate those people. Norm Macdonald is the king of this. He's the smartest dude in the world. And you meet people where they're at. You don't fucking high and mighty these goddamn fucking... Oh my god. Let's open reddit.com and see what we have. I don't even want to do it. Just looking at the front page, my soul left my body. All desire to continue living just escaped my body in an instant when I looked at the homepage of reddit.com. It's a nightmare world. It sucks ass. And you should stop using it. Or don't actually just grow to hate it after a while. Like a shitty marriage. Don't cut and run, bro. Have 6 kids. Grow to hate them. Resent. And you can be fueled by that resentment. Which is helpful. It's good in life. Good in life to do that. All right, onward. Fuckreddit.com. Congratulations to Talk to. Okay, The Incredibles 3, oh brother. Couple of movie announcements. One is not good and one is good. Incredibles 3 is been announced. Incredibles 3. And who is directing it? Not Brad Bird. Uh-oh. Not Brad Bird. I was praying that Brad Bird would return for the third one to get... oh boy, another fucking AI trailer. Let's watch it, shall we? Oh boy, let's not. Fuck you. Who is to take over the seat for Brad Bird? I was praying that he would return for a third Incredibles entry to perhaps stop the tailspin that his career is taking. Tailspin might be too harsh. He's just had 2 stinkers in a row. He's 4 for 6. Is it 4 for 6? Yes, 4 for 6. He's directed 6 films. Brad Bird we're talking about. He's directed 6 movies. His first 4 are absolutely incredible. These last 2 are Tomorrowland and Incredibles 2, which are not good. But he's got the fucking sauce, dude. He knows how to make incredible animated movies. And I was praying he would come back for the third one. You could just have a shitty second, great third. And it could be like, Incredibles 2 isn't even shitty. It's just not. It's just good. It's just fine. It's mid. Which for the Incredibles is disastrous. So I was praying he would come back. But instead... he's going to produce and co-write the script and hand over the reins to this fucking guy, Peter Sohn, director of such hit films as The Good Dinosaur and Elemental. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Good Dinosaur and Elemental? No! Those are terrible! Why? What are you doing? This is a terrible, horrible pick. Look at this man. He can't direct The Incredibles 3. Look at him. I don't know. It's mean. He looks fine. He looks nice. But he does not have a good track record. Bruh, what are we doing? Allegedly, Brad Bird hand-selected him and only was willing to give away directing duties if it was him taking the reins. So that's something. And also, Brad Bird is co-writing. So it's not... yeah, it's a scheduling conflict. Skydance's Raygun. What the fuck is Raygun? I have no idea what this is. Yeah, it's a scheduling thing. He's busy on other projects that are hopefully going to be good, but why would you hand over my favorite beautiful Incredibles? Oh my god, why would you hand it over to this fucking dude? He looks so smug in this photo, like he knows he's gonna ruin everything. Prove me wrong, bro. I really hope that you do prove me wrong. It's possible that I'm an asshole and that he'll do great. Maybe he's just getting his footing with these 2 stinkers. But The Good Dinosaur is, I believe, the lowest rated Pixar film that exists. No one likes that movie. I haven't even seen it. As a matter of fact, I might be throwing stones in a shitty fucking shit-made house. Throwing stones in a brown house here because I haven't seen either of these movies. But I know, or I shouldn't say I know, I have heard that they are not great. My aunt loves Elemental. My aunt loves Elemental. I have never heard of a single person loving The Good Dinosaur. This is The Incredibles, bro. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Give it to the Toy Story guy. Give it to Pete Docter. Pete Docter makes incredible fucking movies. Oh, man. It's a bummer, man. It's a freaking bummer. Don't you agree? Wouldn't you agree? I certainly would. I would agree with me. Oh well, fuck. Do we have any good dinosaur or elemental stands in the chat? Leave a comment, please, on your listening app of choice, especially if you're a Spotify listener, because Spotify comments really help the podcast. No, elemental is pretty sick, actually, dude. The water and the fire, like, they're not supposed to mix, but they mix, you know? They make it work. All right. Shouts out to Peter Sohn. God bless you. Wish you the best. Hope you do well. I will definitely be watching your movie. It can't be any worse than Incredibles 2, right? Oh boy. Certainly hope not. Put your faith in this man. Put your faith in him. Burn his face into your memory. Expect to see it over and over in the coming months. Okay. In better news. Yeah, in better news, dude. Robert Eggers directing the motherfucking Christmas Carol. Ooh, that is a great pairing. That is freaking perfect. Actually, great, awesome. I'm super stoked for that. Didn't love Nosferatu, by the way. But his other two movies are fantastic, and I think his aesthetic is perfect for this world. A little bit of lore for you. A little bit of Mulvihill lore. My family and I watched the 1986 version of A Christmas Carol, 84. Excuse my grievous error. Hey, we can't all be perfect, can we? So this is interesting because you grow up as a boy, as a person, and you just assume that your life is like everyone else's life when you're a kid, and it's not until you grow and realize that maybe you grew up a little differently than other people, right? That's what perspective grants you in age and wisdom and all that. But when you're young, you just expect that everyone is the same as you. So I just figured that this was everyone's version of A Christmas Carol, the 1984 one. Turns out it's like the 5th most popular version, and that no one knows this fucking one. It was a TV movie. It wasn't even in theaters, and I mean, it's totally impossible for me to separate this from nostalgia because I know most of the words of the film. We watch it literally every year. I've seen it a lot. 25 plus times. We've missed a couple of years, but plenty of times. And I've tried a couple of other versions. I tried that Jim Carrey one that came out, the creepy animated one. I believe that was Zemeckis. Zemeckis directed that because he loves that creepy, awful animation. That one was wacky and weird and not great. And then I watched the one that everyone loves, the Muppet Christmas Carol, which I thought was mid. But I love this one. And what's funny is, like, if you're forced to watch a thing every year, you grow to resent it. You grow to hate it. And you grow to bargaining with your parents. Like, God, for the love of God, please, anything else. Anything else this year, except for the 1984 version of A Christmas Carol starring George C. Scott. But then your dad rightfully says, fuck you. This is our Christmas tradition. Fucking nut up. Sit your ass down. It's 84 minutes long. No, it's not. It's 100 minutes long. It's short-ish. Pretty short. Flies by. It's a breezy film. But it's great. It's so well written. It's legitimately creepy. And I hope that Eggers can sort of recreate this vibe. Because I love, like, a dark sort of... This is a dark tale. It's got ghosties. It's got death. It's got a guy being a real asshole. And you want someone with a sort of horror-y element. You want to give the horror the respect it deserves. So the question becomes, he's directing this for Warner Brothers, who presumably owns the rights to the thing. But that is a real-ass studio. Good for him, man. I'm so happy for this guy. But he's going to have to make it, I mean, I'd be shocked if it was PG-13. I wouldn't be shocked. I would be like, okay, that's the choice, but it's probably gonna be PG, bro, because it's a Christmas Carol. You're gonna take, you're trying to attract a family audience, so he's going for like, you know, PG, like some creepy stuff, but mostly above the board. Learn a lesson. There's your, and Bob's your uncle. So we'll see. I don't know. I have no idea if he's I'm certain he is capable of delivering that product, but I think he's going to put in a lot of super fucked up shit that is going to have to be cut. The studio's gonna be like, we cannot decapitate this character. We're going to have children in our theater. But it is a perfect pairing, man. And I truly, in my heart of hearts, hope that he can go back to that 1984 sort of creepy, thing. I just short-circuited. But shouts out to Robert Eggers. The Witch is one of my favorite movies. I have a poster just out of frame. All right. But anyway, shouts out to the Eggman. We love you. I wish you the best, and I think this is a perfect opportunity for your skill set. Wouldn't you agree, Sloppers? Wouldn't you agree? What else we got? All right, yeah, really, really quickly, I've seen a bunch of... Hold on, I gotta turn over my camera. Just a second. If you could do me a favor and take a moment to subscribe or press follow on your listening app of choice, I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Leave a comment for me. Anything you would like me to discuss on this beautiful podcast of ours. Thank you for listening, genuinely. I appreciate it. If you made it this far into the episode, just know that I love you, and I appreciate you. And it means the world. And I'm gay as fuck, and I take it up the ass for free. That's what my good friend in college used to say. Gay as fuck. How gay? I take it up the ass for free. All right. Happy Pride. Really quickly want to give a shout out to those poor bastards at Bonaroo. Those poor fuckers, dude. Show got canceled due to insane biblical weather. It has to have been pretty wild for them to cancel the festival. I don't know what the weather situation was like, but Bonaroo got canceled. Poor bastards. RIP. There's an awesome video of people, receiving the news and just, it's like as if a war zone were happening, or as if like everyone woke up and found their children armless. There's just screams. Like that level of screaming of just throughout the fucking desert, tent after tent, people just on their knees. Like, we have to go back to the real world. I mean, I get it. It fucking sucks, man. That fucking sucks. Especially all the travel. Ugh. No one lives in Bonaroo, Ireland, or wherever. No one lives in fucking Bonaroo, Arizona, or whatever the fuck that place is. Bonaroo, New Mexico. Where is it? I don't even know. It's in Bonaroo. Nah, I know there's not a place called fucking Bonaroo. But there is in your heart. And their hearts were ripped out that day when the show was canceled. The tour was canceled after one day. Really sucks. So, shouts out to the Bonaroo. I mean, they were going to play Slop Chop. I was going to do a live appearance. I was going to do a Slop Chop episode live. I was going to just talk into a microphone with headphones on. Ignore the audience completely. Look up things to discuss. But I couldn't do it because the thing got canceled. So I still got paid. It was $400,000. Pretty good day. Anyway, shouts out to the bonaroo enjoyers, poor bastards who got their shit rocked by the Mother Nature. Got their shit rocked, brother. I've seen a lot of videos of Coldplay. The Coldplay concert. I think they must be touring right now because I've seen a million videos. I have had the privilege of setting up for one of those concerts, the one that they did at Fair Park in Dallas. I used to work for the Stagehand Union in Dallas, and we set up for Coldplay, and people always, occasionally, sometimes people will ask what my favorite show is that I set up for, and I have always said Coldplay. Coldplay was fucking crazy. If you have the chance, I highly recommend that you go to a Coldplay show. They do not fuck around. It is wild. It's always outdoors because they're launching fireworks in between songs, or at opportune moments in the song, they're fucking shooting fireworks into the air. And one of the coolest parts, every time someone walks in, every time a concert goer arrives, they're handed an LED bracelet so that when you're in the stands, the bracelets are like, it knows what seat you're sitting in, and it's all programmed to be part of the show. So you have just this like a fucking tidal wave of lights going through the crowd in different colors and everything. It is unbelievable. It is so cool. And that crew, I was probably one of 300 people. It was a fucking production. It was wild. For the record, I was not. How it works with concerts is you have your core group that you travel with as an artist, right? You have your artist people, and then you a crew like anyone would have for like a movie or something. You'd have like your set designers and your lead electrician, your lead video guy, your lead audio guy, and in Coldplay's case, they have 4 of each because the show is so huge. And then whenever they go to a place, they're hiring local talent, so they don't have to travel with all those just hands. You know what I mean? They just hire local people, which is what I was doing. I was not a part of the Coldplay organization. But with that said, it was fucking unreal. It was crazy. The towers that they put into the air. I'd never seen anything like it. It was like a 300-foot fucking tower that they had like massive speakers, lights, all this shit on. And they would just deconstruct the whole tower and put it on a truck and drive it to the next city. It was wild. So yeah, man. I mean, the tickets are expensive for good reason. It's the only show where I've ever seen they do like a movie, credits at the end of the show. The band says goodnight, and then they have 10 minutes of production credits, like all the people that put it together, because it's that involved. That's like, I mean, I love to see that type of stuff. That's very cool. Shouts out to the Coldplay team. But they are really, I mean, you didn't have to go so hard, Coldplay. People love you. Millennials will drink this sauce with, you know, a tenth of that effort. We would have had a good time. But you really went the extra mile and gave a shit and gave people a really freaking cool experience. So shouts out to you, Coldplay. You gotta go. Is that all I can say? Or just look up a concert video. Perhaps I should look one up, and because I had this OBS support, and get my video claimed. By the way, last week when I was playing the Lil Wayne thing, I don't know if any of you caught that, but I had to. If you're watching the YouTube version, I had to fucking cut the Lil Wayne part out because it got claimed. But anyway, let's find out. Coldplay concert. Yeah. Dude, are you shitting me? Look at these lights. Are you shitting me with this? Look at the bracelets. So cool. The coolest thing ever. But you get this unbelievable effect with these. I'm terrified to play the music out loud, so just bear with me here, and this will be a visual experience. Okay. Look. Stop. Come on, bro. What the fuck are we doing? Bro, look at the little flashies. Hey, it looks like a sky full of stars. I wonder if that was intentional. 114 million views. Pretty cool. Pretty freaking cool. Live in Seoul. 2 hours and 10 minutes long. Yeah, dude, it's the same thing. I remember these big circles. The big circular screens. Dude, I've touched those. I've touched those with my hands. How cool. Yeah, of course it'll be the same freaking set, of course. Do they have the bracelets here? It doesn't look like they have the bracelets on this one. This was a month ago. Why no bracelets in Korea? Okay, no, they do. They do. They just had them off for that one. They turned them on yellow for yellow, bro. They turned the bracelets on yellow for yellow. If that's not enough to get you to buy a ticket to Coldplay, I don't know what will be. Shouts out to Coldplay. Genuine shouts out, man. That's like so cool that you guys give a shit, man. It's very cool. Shout out. Shouts out to Coldplay, I believe his name is, the lead singer. Seems like a nice fellow. That's the other fun thing about those stagehand gigs is they're hiring just people. We haven't been vetted at all. You can be, if you would like to make $28 an hour moving boxes and setting up for concerts, you can do it. All you have to do is call them and they will give you a job. Maybe they do a background check, but there's all manner of riffraff employed at the at IATSE. God love them. And it's hilarious to me because you are, 10 feet from the fucking artist performing in front of thousands of people. And you get the intrusive thoughts is all I'm saying. I'm not saying I would do anything, but I'm saying I could have tackled Coldplay. I could have tackled Mr. Play. I could have made the news. But I didn't. I decided not to keep my career and not go to jail. So that a year later I could start this podcast and talk about it. And get my emotional outburst out that way. Discuss it on this here podcast, and then I wouldn't have to actually tackle Mr. Play. Yeah, but go see Coldplay, man. It's really freaking cool. It's really, 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 really cool. Really freaking cool. All right, what else we got? What else do we have? I want to talk about, brother, what have I been watching? What have I been watching? I've been watching my favorite movie I've seen in quite some time. A little movie called Materialists. Have you fuckers seen Materialists? It's in theaters at the moment. I was actually going to for Father's Day weekend. We were at our family's ranch near Austin, and one of the days we were gonna drive into Austin and go see this here film, and all the tickets were sold out. It was crazy. So I guess it's popular. I'm happy that it's popular because the movie rips. The director of Past Lives, if you are familiar with that film. And here's your premise. Here is your premise. Madam Web, Dakota Johnson, best known as Madam Web, is a New York matchmaker. It's a classic rom-com setup. You have your matchmaker whose job it is to like put people together, but she just can't find a man for herself. And then at a wedding, she's like super good at her job. The movie opens with her company celebrating because she's gotten her 9th engagement, which is huge. Like 9 of her clients have gotten married to each other. So she goes to the wedding of one of her clients, and there she meets hot ass, rich ass Pedro Pascal, who is, they actually say this in the movie, like a unicorn. He's attractive, he's sweet, he's caring, he's rich, he's got taste, he's got like all the things are correct. And there's like no flaws with him on paper, right? And from this setup, you also have hold on, but bear with me here. From this setup, you'd expect the rich fucking guy and then the ex-boyfriend who comes in later, broke ass, washed up, busted ass Captain America, Chris Evans. Could you imagine fucking Captain America? Ugh. It is very funny that he's cast as like he's the ex-boyfriend who does not have his shit together, is a struggling actor, lives with roommates, makes like $500 a year or some shit. So there's your classic rom-com premise. She's torn between two people, and you'd expect Pedro Pascal to be a secret asshole. And that's kind of what you think is going to happen, but that doesn't happen. He's a super nice guy. He's actually the shit. He's fucking awesome. Everything about him is incredible. And you have broke ass, busted ass Captain America, who kind of sucks. And by the way, her and Cap were in a relationship for 5 years, and it got ugly and broke off. So she'd be returning to her broke ass, busted ass Avenger boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, or the new and improved, Mr. Fantastic, or Joel from Last of Us, who's like a trillionaire, like multi-millionaire. But here's what's interesting about the film. There's your premise. There's your setup. You expect it to go. You think you know where it's going to go, but it doesn't go that way. And also, it's way more interesting than that. It's about what people really want, and the fact that like you can't. There's no amount of math is the term they use in the movie. There's no amount of that can really account for the intangible love. You love someone because you just do. It's not because they make a lot of money and they're hot and they fuck well or whatever. Like, so it's about her wrestling with like the fact that this is her job, is literally pairing people up, because of the things that they can put on paper, and the things that some people have on paper don't exactly account for the full picture, right? There's your idea. And the way they talk is so interesting and cool. It's kind of, I'm not sure what it reminds me of, but they're very blunt, and they just say exactly what they're feeling. They're all her characters are super emotionally intelligent. And even when they say something fucked up, they immediately go like, ah, shit, that was fucked up. I just said that because I'm an asshole and I'm like having a bad day, or I'm embarrassed or whatever. Like it's so refreshing. There's, and what's funny is I'll get into, it's not even it's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler. Could you please relax? Could you please shut the fuck up about the spoilers, bro? It's not even that bad. Oh, fuck, I forgot. Oh, yeah. So, I would describe the first half of this movie as enthralling. I was so into it. It has been quite some time since I have been this into a piece of media. Specifically a movie, I guess. I had to piss really bad, and I didn't want to get up. I literally ran to the bathroom. First time I've done that in years. I ran to the bathroom so as not to miss a second more of this movie than I had to. I was so into it. And then as soon as I got back, because I left like roughly halfway, the tone shifts. And I was like, did I miss it's like a different movie. And it's one of those, I feel this way about Scorsese and a lot of classic movies in general, or like mob movies or what I'm thinking of. But the come up is so fun and exhilarating and exciting. And the come down or the crash is much less so. But it's, it's a product of any story. That's what the story is that they're trying to tell. And it ends up really working, I think. But I think the first half is just so... I can't even say that I'm let down or disappointed by the second half. I'm just like, it's just not quite as fun as that first 45 minutes, whatever it is, hour. So yeah, dude, I mean, with all that said, I highly recommend it. I think it's fantastic. I like it much more than Past Lives. We were talking about Past Lives in the car. Past Lives for me was fine. And then it has that ending, which is just incredible. And the ending sort of elevates the whole thing to like a couple points higher. The ending is so emotionally fucking brutal, rip your heart out. Oh, yeah, I will not spoil it for you, good people, if you haven't seen it. But in both movies, the characters have this way of talking to each other where they just kind of... They're really intelligent. Like, emotional intelligence is kind of the only way I can put it. They know the deal. And they don't want to hurt each other. There's no bad guy. Right? There's no the shitty ex-boyfriend trope. He's not shitty. He's a sweetheart. And the shitty, mean, rich dick is none of those things. He's just rich. He's also a really great guy. So who will she choose? That's the question. And it's great, dude. I loved it. It's an A24 joint. It is my favorite movie of the year, I think, so far. I don't know what I've seen so far other than that I would really, It is indeed my favorite movie of the year so far. Black Bag was great. Black Bag is probably my second favorite movie of the year. But yeah, dude, Materialists easily an absolute slapper. Slap-er. Slap your mother. And probably a good one for a date. I think it's a little long. They really let scenes sit. Do not anticipate a breezy watch. It's not breezy. It's contemplative. You kind of have to sit with your thoughts for a while. But I think it works, man. I wanted to discuss that really briefly. There's a brief cameo from Dasha. What's her last name? Nekrasova? I don't know how to spell it. It's Dasha. Everyone knows her as Dasha. She used to date Adam Friedland. She has a podcast called Red Scare. She's in the movie, and she's the only... I didn't honestly recognize her before reading about it online, but she's the only performance in the whole thing where I was like, ooh, that was a choice. She's got this crazy vocal fry. Well, what are you gonna do about it? That's her vibe. And it was distracting. I was like, for those who are unaware, for those who don't know, vocal fry is 100% a choice. It is never like a speech impediment or like a thing that's just how she sounds. No, she's choosing to add the fry. It's crazy. And, perhaps it's part of her character. I haven't listened to Red Scare. I don't know. But it's crazy. It definitely stood out to me as like, wow. That was... It's annoying that she sounds like that. But shouts out to Dasha, Her and Adam Friedland had a beautiful thing back in the day for like 2 years. I don't have anything more to say about Materialists other than it's great and you should watch it as soon as possible. I watched Gilbert Gottfried's special Dirty Jokes, which was great. Just kidding, it was good. It was fine. There are some great jokes in it. It's just like, it's a straight up one-liner situation. He just goes up, tells a joke, crowd laughs, tells another joke, crowd laughs. Like, it's called Dirty Jokes, and it's just joke, 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 joke. Right? And then it ends with a 15-minute rendition of the Aristocrats, the classic dirtiest joke ever. But he had a couple that I wrote down because I wanted to remember them. Great jokes. I'll start with a cute one and then go to a one that's a little bit tougher to tell at a party. So a bear and a rabbit are taking a shit in the woods. A bear and a rabbit are taking a shit in the woods. The bear looks over and asks the rabbit, like, hey man, do you ever have problems with shit getting stuck in your fur? And the rabbit is like, no, doesn't really happen to me. No, man. So the bear wipes his ass with the rabbit. I mean, that's quality. That's quality. Easy to remember, fun joke. Kids, you can take out the curse words and tell it to a kid. They laugh. It's funny. It's a thinker. I don't know if it's a thinker, but it's fun. And lastly, one more, and this is what I'll close on, and happy Pride, and also disclaimer, I'm a gay man. I'm gay, so it's okay for me to tell the joke that I'm about to tell. How do you get a faggot to fuck a woman? You fill up her with shit. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Slop Chop. I mean, I got nothing else. I can't really follow that with anything. I might have to, bleep the C word. But you know what the fuck it is. Yeah, it's another fun one to tell for kids. Do I want to talk about anything else that I've been watching? Hold on, brother. Yeah, I rewatched Beautiful Dogs, Shane Gillis. I mean, it's incredible. I saw him live in Dallas with some friends, which was fantastic. An incredible arena comedy show. He is just here's something interesting. Here is something interesting about that man. It seems to me, though my take on it, or my friend and I were talking about this, my take on it, talk words talk. Most of the S tier comedians, like the greatest walking, living comedians, most of those guys don't have, and gals, guys, most of those guys don't have podcasts. Frick. All right, one more. Most of those guys do not have podcasts and are not really on podcasts like that, you know. Your Louis, your Chappelle's, your John Mulaney's. Most of those guys don't have pods and are not really doing the podcast circuit like the rest of 100% of the comedians below them have podcasts. Like every comedian and their mother has a podcast except for the best of the best of the best. Chris Rock, another example. Isn't that interesting? Dave Attell, another example. Isn't that interesting? Weird. And I think the exception to the rule is Shane Gillis. That dude is doing podcasts constantly. He has his own. And he is a legitimate, in my opinion, S-tier comic. He is right up there with the best of the best working today. He is what I wrote in my Letterboxd review. Follow me on letterboxd.com. He's so popular now that it's kind of easy to dismiss his talents of like, oh yeah, whatever, it's Shane Gillis. But like, he's a legitimate, incredible, generational talent. I don't say that lightly. Like, he's really fucking good at comedy in both podcasting and stand-up form. And it's really impressive. It's impressive. I can't think of, the one other guy that I can think of on that level is Bill Burr. But they are the two exceptions that I can think of to the rule. Burr has his own podcast, does a bunch of podcasts. So I guess he doesn't do a whole lot, but he has his own weekly podcast. Anyway, my point is that they're such different mediums. They're so different, podcasting and stand-up, that it's kind of really difficult to be good at both. And Shane is so fucking talented that he just is. He's just great at both things. So it's really cool. Love to see it. He deserves every bit of the success. I wish him nothing but the best. He doesn't need my wishes because he is fucking killing it. He is killing it. And it's cool to see. We love you, Shane Gillis, on this podcast. I will glaze until the day I fucking die. You're the fucking man. Put on an absolute tremendously good show at American Airlines Center last year or earlier this year, whenever it was. Loved it. So yeah, I think with that, sloppers, I will wish you adieu, wish you farewell. Thank you again for listening. Please, plus subscribe on your listening app of choice. If you're on Spotify, leave me a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, leave me a comment. I will continue to do this, say these words until I'll just continue forever, probably. So, but yeah, it is helpful. Apparently it does drive traction and whatever SEO I'm going to kill myself. Thank you guys for listening. Genuinely, I appreciate you. I will see you next week with more slop. God bless you.